Setting up Arcion to work with Confluent Cloud is easy to do in a few steps. The first thing that you'll need is a Confluent Cloud account. You'll also need either Arcion self-managed running or Arcion Cloud in order to do this. As part of this, you will need a Confluent Cloud cluster already spun up. With that done, we can get started with the steps within Arcion. The first thing that we'll do is click New Replication. From here, we'll select Full and Truncating. However, you can choose any of these replication modes or any of these write modes depending on the specifications for your use case. After selecting our replication mode and write mode, we'll also want to make sure to give our replication a name. For this one, I will call it MySQL to Confluent Cloud and click Next. Now I've already got a MySQL source set up, so I'm going to choose that. However, if you did want to create your own source, you can click Add Your Own Source and then go through the steps that are outlined there. In this case, since we're only showing the Confluent Cloud portion, I'm just going to select the CDC Retail Demo source that I've created previously. I'll select that and then click Continue to Destination. From here, we'll need to click Add Your Own Destination. Then select Confluent Cloud, and then click Continue. On the connection form page, what we'll do is give our connection a name, which will be Confluent-Cloud. Now you can call it whatever you'd like. For Bootstrap host, what we'll need to do is come over to our Confluent Cloud dashboard, and from here, come to Cluster Settings, and grab our Bootstrap server. Now we don't need the port number since that's separately input here. So we'll grab that, then come back to Arcion, paste that in. You'll see that our port here is 9092, and that corresponds with the port that is here. Then we'll need to create a key and a secret for this connector to use. To do that, we'll come back over to Confluent Cloud, click on API Keys, click Create Key, and for our purposes, we're going to create a global access key. However, you can create a granular access key as well with the right permissions. Select global access, click Next, and this will create our key. Now, if you want to save this, you can download this and continue. What I'm going to do is just grab my key here, come back over to my Arcion Cloud, paste, grab my secret here, paste. You can set your maximum amount of connections, your retry wait duration in milliseconds, and your maximum retries as well. And conveniently on the right here, you will be able to see specific instructions as well. Once that's all filled out, I'll click Save. Then I'll click Test Connection. You'll see that my test connection result is passed and all of the checks that were run. And then I'll click Done and then click Continue. Now I'll need to make sure that my Confluent Cloud connector is selected here that I've just created and click Continue to Filter. From here, you'll see the schema that gets pulled from my MySQL instance. Depending on what data you have in your source, you'll see a different output here. I'm going to select the option for Select All, and you'll see that it pulls in all of these parts of the schema, so the tables and the columns that are associated with it. Then I will click Save, and then I'll click Start Replication. Then you'll be able to see the different phases that it is running through here. And because we selected full, the first thing that will happen is a snapshot will be applied to our Confluent Cloud instance, and after that, it will transform into CDC. So therefore, any changes that happen within our MySQL instance will then be placed onto the message queue in Confluent Cloud. And you can see here that we've got buffers opened, we have a replication rate here, and the total tables that we've moved over. And you can see up here what our replication rate is as well. And with that, we have our Arcion to Confluent Cloud connection working. And if I come back over to Confluent Cloud, come to Topics, you'll see that in my Arcion CDC demo transactions, if I come to Messages, you can see that some entries have been added here. And with that, we've got our MySQL to Confluent Cloud CDC pipeline working with Arcion.